You're watching the Fox 8 10 o'clock news with Neill McNeill, Katie Nordine, and Max Weather Chief Meteorologist Van Danton.
How you get into, through, and out of downtown Winston-Salem is about to change big time. In the fall of 2018, a little more than 1 mile stretch of business Interstate 40 that cuts through the city center is going to close. And
a 2-year, $100 million project to revamp that highway and replace 9 bridges will begin. Tonight's Newsmaker is a key person in making sure the finished product won't look like a standard run-of-the-mill highway improvement project. Kristen Haaf has only been in Winston-Salem for 4 years, but she's leading an effort to change the city's image for generations to come.
There's a chance you've seen or driven under this structure that spans the Highway 52 bridge over the still under construction Research Parkway in southeast Winston-Salem and wondered what exactly this is.
The idea is that whether you're coming into downtown from Research Parkway or US 52, that you pass underneath the arches, and that's the gateway into downtown, a gateway.
These twin arches are the brainchild and the first major project of the nonprofit Creative Corridors Coalition.
Creative Corridors Coalition is seeking to create a green, artful, iconic network of corridors throughout and near downtown.
The Business 40 Improvement Project was the impetus for the coalition's work. It essentially wants to take this project up a notch from the standard Department of Transportation projects.
It goes down through Old Salem.
Kristen Haaf is a professional urban planner and designer who volunteers as the coalition's chair.
You run your own company, you do this, and you're expecting your 4th child. How do you do it all?
I think I thrive on chaos, for one, for sure.
Yeah. Why not settle just for the standard Department of Transportation improvements? Why go above and beyond that?
For one thing, we're just trying to share with our citizens that the city is a special place to be. But also from an economic development perspective, it's important for businesses to be able to distinguish Winston-Salem as an interesting place, as a place that does things differently. If we're going to say we're the city of arts and innovation, and where does that play out?
The coalition's spent the last 7 years raising $5.4 million to design and build several projects whose images fill Haaf's laptop.
This shows Peters Creek in the background.
Donations have come in from individuals and corporations. More than $10,000 has even been raised via the Indiegogo crowdfunding site. The projects that money will fund will also counter the highway building strategy of the last century, when engineering feats and moving traffic in and out quickly were valued. Haaf believes that ended up splitting neighborhoods or cutting them off.
We have Business 40, which cuts between what would be Old Winston and Old Salem. Absolutely. And so, we have to be really thoughtful about how we think about reconnecting that back.
The 1.2-mile walking and biking path strollway currently connects downtown to Old Salem, and where the strollway goes under Business 40 will get special Creative Corridors attention.
The highway itself, Business 40, is going to be lowered about 25 feet from where it currently is.
And the new strollway will go over the new Business 40 in the form of this tree-lined pedestrian bridge. The current Green Street Bridge, which never reopened after a trucking accident in 2006, will be turned into this pedestrian bridge, whose arches will serve as downtown's western gateway. Other Creative Corridors projects include a multi-use path on the west side of downtown, which will run parallel to Business 40. That's the BB&T ballpark on the right and what will be the new Peters Creek Parkway Bridge on the left. Creative Corridors is also not solely focused on Business 40. Martin Luther King Drive, a major connection between Highway 52 and downtown, will get enhanced landscaping, lighting, crosswalks, as well as artistic markers that reflect the area's history and people.
This can't just be a series of disconnected corridors. The key of it all gelling together is the ability for people to move around the city easily, effortlessly, and enjoyably. These projects are in the pipeline, and so we can really be proud of that right now.
The new Peters Creek Parkway Bridge will be the most difficult project because it includes multiple lanes of vehicular traffic as well as a walking and biking path. It's still in the design phase, so there are no accurate renderings yet, but Haaf says to expect tall pylons on the bridge's four corners as well as artwork. Again, Business 40 through downtown will close for 2 years starting in the fall of next year, so all this work can be done.